Right now at noon, we're tracking a couple small wildfires in our area. Heading into the wildfire season, what you need to know to prepare. Plus,
Nico, you are so full of joy and laughter.
Classmates at a local high school remembering a Portland teen killed in a wrong-way crash days before his graduation. And later, it's fraud that would push people into hunger. What the state could do to ensure people's SNAP benefits don't get stolen. Your news at noon starts right now. Thanks for joining us. I'm China Green. The quick action of firefighters was able to stop a brush fire that started this morning about 3 miles west of the Dalles along Interstate 84. The Wasco County Sheriff's Office shared these pictures of the fire on Facebook. It started around 9:40 this morning, and within 22 minutes, firefighters stopped it from getting bigger, and they're now mopping it up. It burned about an acre in size and never threatened any homes. All evacuations have now been lifted for a 3-acre wildfire in Mosier that had been fully contained. It forced some people in that area of Wasco County to temporarily evacuate. The fire started around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon on the east side of Mosier near Mosier City Park. It sparked a level 3 go now evacuation order. We spoke with one woman who was driving home to Mosier from Bend when she started getting alerts.
About Madras, I started getting texts. Are you okay? Do you need to spend the night here? We've got homes for you. We've got beds for you. And I'm going, what? And then I found out it was right in my backyard.
It's unclear how the fire started. Meanwhile, another wildfire is burning in Washington near Leavenworth. It's called the Second Creek Fire. The latest update shows it's 20% contained with about 75 acres burned. Right now, there's a level 1 evacuation warning in place. And as we get into wildfire season, here's a reminder of what different levels of evacuation orders mean. Level 1 means there is a wildfire threat in your area and you should plan for an evacuation if necessary. Level 2 means there is a high chance that you will need to evacuate. And if you get a level 3, you are asked to evacuate now. So check with local authorities for the best route to leave and the local Red Cross for assistance when that happens. Headed over to Rod Hill now for a look at weather today. Pretty good news for any fires that's happening right now.
Certainly the cool down and the increased humidity and water vapor in the air itself coming in. We've had some rain here on the west side. Now, the one negative in today's fire forecast, if you will, weather-wise, is that this push of cloudiness and the light rain that we've had here on the west side has ignited west winds that are transporting cooler air out through the Columbia River Gorge. Winds have picked up a little bit at the coast. We continue to see mainly light to 10-mile-per-hour winds in the valley. There has been no rain out in Wasco County or areas near and east of Hood River. This is our live camera out in the Dalles. You can see the sun. You can see the temperature. If you look down here, you can see the wind. And there's the report. Northwest of 21, gusting to 31 miles per hour. So these areas east of Hood River, which includes Rowena, which includes Mosier, are going to continue to see these west winds, generally 20 to 35 miles per hour for the remainder of this afternoon. You folks are expecting much lighter winds to return during the day tomorrow. Here's what's left of our rain. We were never really expecting any of this to get up over the Cascades. I still don't. It's mainly dry at this hour at the coast and in the valley. One of the larger areas of rain is now near Sandy, and it's expected to fizzle as it continues to push up into the high country. In fact, we're now starting to get some early clearing, or at least some brightness along the coast. Still overcast in Portland. PDX actually still reporting a raindrop, but our rain chances are just about ready to end. Assuming we open up enough sunshine this afternoon, we could see 72 at 4 o'clock. Your complete forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Rod. Now at noon, the city of West Linn has issued a boil water notice for a Rosemont water pressure zone. So here's a look at the exact boundaries of the impacted areas. The city says crews can't confirm the system pressure was maintained above the threshold required for safe drinking water. So if you live there, the city suggests to boil water for 2 minutes after it reaches a full boil. Use liquid chlorine, bleach, or purification tablets, or just use bottled water. Vancouver police need your help finding this man, Frankie Fretz. Take a good look at your screen right here. He was last seen by friends near Vancouver Lake last Friday, and he was wearing black Nike shoes, black pants, and a white hoodie with Hawaiian flowers. Fred is 18 years old. He's 5'5", 140 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you know anything about his whereabouts, you're asked to call 911. A high school community is in mourning after a Portland teenager was killed in a wrong-way crash. Catherine Cook was at the vigil for Michael O'Brien, who friends say is loved and missed.
Life is not ever going to be the same going through life without him.
It's not the senior send-off anyone here wanted at Roosevelt High School.
Miko, you are so full of joy and laughter.
Or how they ever imagined parting with Michael Miko O'Brien.
Miko, you are one of the kindest, most compassionate people I have ever known. Rest easy.
18-year-old Miko, along with fellow seniors Jack Craig and Will Reinhart, were driving west on SR 14 Monday night. Miko was behind the wheel when police say a car driving in the wrong direction crashed into the teens. Miko was killed. His friends were seriously injured and are recovering in the hospital.
We're just coming together as a community to let the family know we're thinking of them.
Roosevelt Principal Katie Parman says this candlelight vigil is how students wanted to remember Miko, and so many others gathered alongside them. They loved Miko too.
Just seeing how our community has responded to this loss and to who he was in our community, it's been really clear how much he was loved and cared about.
Mr. Moya, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
On Wednesday, 23-year-old Eric Moya appeared before a judge for the first time, charged with vehicular homicide and vehicular assault. Court documents show Moya's blood alcohol level was .228 an hour and a half after the crash. Police also found several open containers in his car.
The allegations here very alarming in terms of a public safety component.
Just seriously, please support each other, you guys.
For Miko's friends, those details just add to the pain of their loss. A goodbye that will never feel final.
And you will always be remembered. We wish you so much love and peace.
That was Catherine Cook reporting. Eric Moya is scheduled to be arraigned on June 11th. He is currently in the Clark County Jail. His bail is set for $500,000. A federal judge today extended an order blocking the Trump administration's ban on Harvard University to enroll foreign students. So this block extends a temporary restraining order that was issued last week, allowing international students to continue attending the school. Harvard has nearly 7,000 international students, which make up more than a quarter of the student body. And the U.S. Federal Trade Court has struck down some of President Trump's sweeping tariff orders after a multi-state lawsuit led by Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield. The Trump administration is expected to appeal. In the meantime, the tariffs could slow inbound travel to the U.S., especially from Canada. Forecasters predict a nearly 9% dip in international travelers coming to the U.S. this year, with an estimated 20% drop in Canadian visitors. In April alone, there was a 35% dip in Canadians visiting by land and a 20% drop in those traveling by air.
You are finding that some people are choosing to not travel, this year, and some people have said they won't be traveling for the duration of this presidency, but we are doing a lot of work to counteract that.
In Portland, we get about 300,000 Canadians visiting each year, who together spend about $130 million. Travel Portland and Oregon tourism groups are now trying to encourage influencers and industry insiders to visit Oregon, and are working to get the message across that both the city and the state are very welcoming to Canadians. Coming up on Straight Talk tonight, we talked to Washington State Representative Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez about cuts to Medicaid. Earlier this month, the House of Representatives passed the Trump-backed Big Beautiful bill. It includes extending tax cuts, expanding the military, and beefing up border security. But it also cuts spending in areas like Medicaid and SNAP benefits. Gluesenkamp-Perez voted against the bill. Our Stephanie Domerat sat down with her for Straight Talk and asked what those cuts to Medicaid might mean for the American people.
It's easy for people to feel like it's abstract right now, but I was just doing some roundtables and tours with some of our corrections officers in jails, and those folks will tell you they are on the front lines. When we cut Medicaid funding, now their detainees have untreated psychosis, massive drug addiction that they can't get out from under.
They also covered the president's tariffs, pressure from other Democratic candidates hoping to take her seat, and more. So you can watch the full episode this Saturday and Sunday night at 6:30 or Monday at 7 or anytime on our free TV app KGW+.